Cleveland, and welcome back to Shape Up in the Circle with University Circle Incorporated and One to One Fitness. My name is David Robinson. I'm at the team at University Circle Incorporated. We've got more sunshine than yesterday, but it's definitely a little chillier. We do have a breeze, so we'll try to be loud. As you can see, we are on Toby's Plaza, and I'm going to step out of the frame but keep talking so that you can see Judy's hand in the background here. We'll do our best with the noise. Obviously, for those familiar with Toby's Plaza, it is right at the corner of Euclid and Mansfield. It's Euclid Avenue. There's lots of car traffic, so just bear with us. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section if you have any feedback. We'll keep improving for next weekend. A few facts before we get started today. Behind Michael here, who I'll introduce in just a second, is Judy's Hand Pavilion, and it was designed by Tony Bassett. Judy's Hands made its way to University Circle in 2018 as a part of the installation for the Front International Triennial. That was a contemporary art festival that took place in 2018. It's 7 tons, and it's nearly 25 feet tall. And the hand honors the artist's wife, Judy Ledgerwood, who was also an artist, a contemporary abstract painter. It's actually created from a cast of Judy's hand herself. The exterior frame is made of fiberglass, and the fingers are filled with concrete. The striking sculpture doubles as a public shelter and a programming pavilion on Toby's Plaza, a central gathering place which is made possible by a gift from Toby Devin Lewis. Next up, we're going to have Michael Ciccarello with One to One Fitness, who is joining us today to do some exercises geared towards seniors. Of course, you don't have to be a senior to participate in this great exercise. If you're just waking up in the morning and need to keep blood flowing, this is a great way to do it. Michael has been involved with group and individual fitness training as an instructor for more than 25 years. He is certified by the American Council on Exercise as a group fitness instructor and personal trainer. He is a strong advocate of functional fitness, focusing on proper form, range of motion, to safely perform both cardiovascular and strength exercise. And without further ado, I'm going to kick it over to him.
Thank you, David. So, like David said, it is sunny out here, but it sure is not very warm. So, David just told you about the hand. We're going to warm up, by the way, while I flap my jaws, and maybe that'll help me get a little bit warmer. But what I want you to do is think about how your body moves, so that every time that you're making movements, you know that the muscles in your body, you feel those muscles making your body move. And we want to do movement that's greater than our normal daily activity movement. So instead of just walking, I want you to walk. If you're climbing 2 stairs at every, going up a flight of stairs, 2 steps at a time. Try to get that knee up to your hip. And again, you should feel your hip flexors here. This is our warm up. And then what you do is you function, we're going to switch to the back of the leg, the thigh, hamstring, and we're just going to lift that heel up and have the knee pointing down. Same thing. If you walk, you're doing this movement, but we want to walk a little bit more, or we want to move a little bit greater so that you really feel that hamstring contracting. You're also feeling the front of your thigh stretching. And then as you move out with the legs, now those outer hips and glutes, they're working. Remember, we want the muscles to move the leg. We don't want to feel like our body is moving. So if I lean, I'm not feeling this nearly as much as if I just lift and focus on that feeling. So what I want to do with you today is, by the way, I wanted to do a shout out to David and the Shape Up Circle, or Shape Up in the Circle initiative, to One to One Fitness Center, all the great folks there, to the other instructors that do one-to-one fitness virtual classes, just to help you stay at home and stay fit. All right, so let's take the shoulders, roll them, and I want you to lift back forward, roll it back, and then reverse that movement, go forward and back. And then we're going to take the arms, we're going to reach, and what I want you to feel is your outer back stretching as you lift that arm up. Try to straighten out that arm. Again, everybody has a different level of fitness. Everybody has a different level in terms of their flexibility. So your range of motion may be like a little slighter or lower than someone else who can get that arm up and feel how the muscles are working as you move. Come across and feel at the core how your body is turning at the waist. I'm sure it's a lot warmer where you're at than where I am. Lifting, back to start, little walking. So what we're going to use today is a chair, a basic towel, your bath towel. I brought 2 cans, vegetables. You could have soup, you could have anything at all, and water. And all of that is what you should be using when you're working out. Well, at least the water. Everything else we can do with our body weight. I'll show you how to use the towel and the cans, which is pretty a no-brainer, basically. But what I want you to do is have a seat in a nice, if you have a kitchen chair, a folding chair, I want you to think about where you are when you sit down every day, because you all stand up and sit down. And if we press into our heels and stand up, that's a squat. So we're calling this as a chair squat. All I want to do is a chair squat. You could sit down and stand up, or you could tap your butt on the top of the chair, or you could just move a little bit forward from the chair. If you're familiar with squats and you don't need the chair, you can do a regular squat. We're gonna do that for 45 seconds. So let's get rolling with this. And go. And down and up. So what are you thinking about? You're thinking about keeping your shoulders back and down. Trying to get those hips down to your level. Your level. Doesn't have to be down all the way. If you sit and stand, you sit and stand. You can do this every day because every day you have to sit down and stand up, right? Keep those shoulders back and down. Inhale, exhale. Right into the heels. Knees stay behind your toes. And just walk it. All right, that was 45 seconds. You can do that for 30, 15, 60. You decide what your level of fitness allows you to do. But the range of movement and the form are very important. All right. So what I want to do next, we did below the hips or waist. Let's go above the waist. All I want you to do is bring your arms up. And again, you can do this standing, you can do this sitting, but I want you to get your elbows to your shoulders. And I want you to think about, even though I've got a long sleeve shirt on, I want you to have your elbow pit pointing straight forward. So your hands are here, not here. And I want you to feel the shoulders here. And we're just going to lower and lift, lower and lift. And we're going to do that for 45 seconds. And what you can be doing, if you have a couple cans, if you have dumbbells, you could lift and lower with a little bit of weight in your hands. Exhale up, inhale down. Always think about variety or adding to what your basic movement is. So we're doing the shoulders. You might want to lift a knee. You can do this. You can lift the legs out. You can do a hamstring curl. Come back and keep those shoulders back and down. Shoulders back, shoulders down. Feel the shoulders moving the arms. And take a breather. There's 45 seconds. We're going to switch back down below the waist. And we're going to simply use the back of the chair, bring those heels up off the floor, right into the toes, balls of the feet, down and up for the calves. Working the calves now as you lift and lower, and let's do 45 seconds. Here again, you could be doing this Both legs, your feet are parallel, hip width. You can add a little intensity and do on one leg. Balance, if you don't use the chair, you got to keep balance. If you use the chair, you have a little bit more capacity to focus on controlling the movement as you lift those heels up and down. Exhale up. Heels don't touch. Don't let the heels touch the floor as you lift and lower. Pay attention to how your body moves. There you said 45 seconds of that. Remember, the time is up to you, or you can do repetitions. You might want to do 15 or 20 until your muscles start to feel like they're fatiguing. Going back above the waist, grabbing our towel. So here's the movement. We're going to work the back. We're going to pull the shoulders back. Pull the shoulders back. When you do that, you're going to feel your chest stretching. You don't want your shoulders up. You want them back and down, and you're just going to pull like you're doing a rowboat. Rowing, rowing, rowing your boat, okay? And if you want to add resistance, you could use a resistance band, one of those tube resistance bands, the flat latex bands, or you can even take a towel. And if you just hold the towel so that you can get your elbows 90 degrees and pull, you want to bring that towel in toward the chest and use that towel for resistance. Feel the resistance as you pull. Let's try that. 45 seconds. Pull and back. Make sure you're keeping those shoulders down. If you lift your shoulders up, it's going to feel completely different. So keep them back and down. Feel the chest stretch. Exhale as you pull. That's the resistance. Pull it back. If you feel this working, you're doing it properly between your shoulder blades. If you don't feel this working, then maybe you're sipping coffee instead of doing this. And I want you to do this. Feel it. Make it work. Pull on that towel, or you could just be doing this without a towel. And 45 seconds. Good job. Going back below the waist. So we're just doing up and down, up, down, up, down. All right? Take that chair again. And oops, I'm going to turn this way. We're going to do a basic lunge, but we're going to do a lunge in a variation of ways. So we're going to do with your foot back and your toes pointing the same direction. We're going to let's put the left foot forward, the right foot back. Keep your shoulders over your hips. Heel is up, right leg, right foot. Weight in the left heel. You drop down, you lift up. So it's like you're going to kneel down and stand back up. But you don't kneel. How far do you want to bring those hips down? You decide how far to drop. Hips to knee would be good. If you want, you can step. Okay? So let's do that for 45 seconds. Right leg back, heel is up, shoulders over hips, and down and up. So this is the basic stable lunge, down and up. You want to avoid your knees going forward. Don't let this happen. You want to keep your shoulders over your hips. Don't let this happen. Down and up. You are and stepping and dropping. And shake it out. Let's switch sides. We're going to the other side now. So we're going to put that left foot back, and we're going to put the weight into that right heel. Shoulders back. You're looking forward, not down, and drop it down and bring it up. Up if you want. Awesome. Everyone having a good day? Sunday morning. It's sunny out here, but it's not too warm. Okay, we did back before. Now we're going to do the chest. Can't use a towel for chest because you can't get resistance there. So you can use a wall. You can use your chair. And if you use a chair, make sure that you're going to press, especially on the back of the chair, make sure you're pressing down, not forward. We're going to do a push-up. All you're going to do is get yourself into a plank position, and you're going to lower and lift, and lower and lift. A little more challenging, seat of the chair, lower and lift. Less challenging, a wall. Most challenging, your floor. But it's a basic plank with a press. So you press up. If you want to get on the floor, you can do that. If you want to get on the seat of your chair, you can do that. But what you don't want to do is let your hips sink, or you don't want to bend at the waist. You want to let everything go into the palms of your hands, heels of your palms, and feel the chest working as you press away and exhale. Inhale down, press it back. Pay attention to your body and feel those muscles working. Control the movement, and you feel it a lot more than if you just do a lot of ballistic movement. So focus, feel it, and there's your chest work. Alrighty, we're cranking these out. We're going to shift now below the waist. We're going to go to that outer hip. So with your left leg, using your chair or a wall for balance, we're going to just take the leg out and in. So it's like you're going to lift up as far as you can, and you're going to hold for 1 second, and you're going to bring it down. So I want you to feel this muscle. Lift the leg, hold the leg, and then lower the leg. Don't just let gravity plop it down. 45 seconds. Let's try it. Up, down. Your weight is into the heel and the ball of your foot on the right leg. Foot, lift, and lower. Hold, lower. Again, this is the muscle moving your leg. If you lean, you're not letting that muscle do its job. You're using your core to help that leg lift. So lift it, lower it, lift it, and lower it. Think about your knee and your toes pointing straight forward so that you really feel your outer hip working. Switch sides to the other side. Okay, let's get rolling here. So it's up and down, up, down, up, and down. So if you're feeling the front of your thigh, chances are you're turning your toes up. And I want you to keep those toes pointing forward. Same with the knee, so that you're feeling your outer glute and your outer hip muscles working to lift that leg up. Awesome job. Alrighty. Grabbing your towel again, or you can use your cans. I'll show you the cans, and then I'll show you the towel. We're going to do a bicep curl. So elbows stay under the shoulders. Shoulders are back and down, and you lift and you lower. Okay? The more the weight, the more the resistance. This is the best, this is one of the easiest exercises to do because we are constantly doing stuff like this. We eat and we drink, and you pick up bags of clothes or laundry. All I want you to do is work the bicep. 45 seconds, and we're going to do both of them. Up and down. If your shoulders stay back and down, it'll help you keep your elbows under your shoulders. If your elbows come forward, think about what you're feeling. You're feeling the shoulders move, the elbows, and the biceps do less work. So up and down. And we're going to switch to triceps from this. Same thing with the cams or weight, but we're going to take the palms instead of facing forward. We're going to turn them so they're at our hips. We're going to bend the hips, not the waist. Keep the spine straight. Here's my towel, and it's out and in. Extend back. So this is the opposite movement. We're pivoting in the elbow. You're not letting the elbows drop. You're not using your shoulders. You're staying up. Your shoulders still are back and down, and you feel those triceps working. In line with your shoulders, your arms are, and you're focusing on feeling those triceps work. The higher up the elbows, the more parallel you are to the floor, the more you're going to feel those triceps work. You should feel this even if you didn't have any resistance. Okay, I know I was going to tell you I was going to use the towel, but changed my mind. Okay, we're going to, but I'll show you that if we have a few moments near the end. We're going to go to the balance. We're going to try to work front, side, and back of our hips, and we're going to try to do that with minimal use of the chair. So we're going to try to focus on balance for this. We're going to tap the toe in the front. We're going to tap the toe to the side, and we're going to tap the toe in the back. Actually, we're going to tap the heel to the front, toe to the side, toe to the back. So let's do that with our left leg. If you want to take that hand off the chair, have it there for safety. If you need, you put your hand on the chair gently. You don't want to lean on the chair. You're working that hip flexor, outer and glute, center glute, major glute. The more movement without upper body movement, the more you're going to feel those muscles work. More challenging to balance is if you are not touching forward, side, back, forward, side, back, tap or not, and switch to the other side. So it's forward, side, back, hip flexor, outer glute, and glute. When you go to the side, again, think about using the here, so your toes, the laces of your shoes are pointing forward. Greater movement, greater feeling of those muscles working. And walk it out. Okay. You're gonna go back to your chair. Have a seat. Get water, by the way, if you need any. Mine's frozen here. I can't drink it. Want us to work the front of your lower leg, your shins. So all I want you to do is tap the toes, but don't touch the balls of your feet. I want you to get stretching through the shins, contracting. So let's do that for 45 seconds. What we try to do is get most of our muscles, or most of the body muscles that we work, that we use for daily activity. We walk, we stand, we sit. I wanted you to feel those muscles more than you would normally feel them during your daily activity. I want you to focus all the time and keeping those shoulders back and down. The more you start to get into that computer or text mode, the more you allow your back to get erode. It just gets funky. So I want you to keep those shoulders back and down all the time. Press down, pull up. Those are your shins. You need those muscles when you walk. Okay. So we're going to start winding down here. We're at our last few minutes. And again, what I want to do is thank you all for being a part of this session. We'll be back next Sunday for chair exercises. We'll do everything on the chair. Deanna was yesterday, and I think she's got another class next Saturday. So pay attention to the notifications on at University Circle Inc. And also check out One-to-One Fitness, because there's a lot of different exercises from a lot of different instructors. That's all through the week, and on YouTube you can get recordings of them all, and you can take them live if you want. All right, so I want to take the arms, and I want you to just stand with your hips neutral. Shoulders are back and down. I want you to just lift those arms up overhead. Inhale, take a deep breath. Exhale as you push. Bring your palms together and lower the arms down. Feel your back pulling your shoulders down and bringing your shoulders back. Drop the arms to your hip. Drop the collarbone. Exhale. Time inhale, bring it up. Exhale as you push. Reach and stretch. Palms together. Inhale down. Focus on feeling your body relaxed. Drop the chin. Exhale. And Sunday Namaste. Pleasure to work with you all. Hope to see you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for tuning in today. We hope you enjoyed this great 30-minute exercise. Next week, we have Deanna doing kids exercises at 10 a.m. on Saturday. And then, as Michael mentioned, we'll be back doing chair exercises on Sunday. Hope you have a great rest of your day.